Here's something you all should know. I've been doing a lot of research in genetic biology, and what is not known to the public and what is known by genetic biologists, something that I think ultimately this is the leading cutting edge of science right now, of biology, and I think that Sophia should get involved in it, something like that. But what most people don't know is that all these problems with the body that we have, all these diseases, there's two categories of diseases. There are those diseases that are generated within the system, and there's diseases generated by things external to the system that invade the body. Okay, so we're going to leave that second category apart from now. Some noxious element or bacteria or whatever, virus that enters the system. The other category, main category, is those that are auto-generated by the system, some malfunction in the system. So what the genetic biologists know now, that every disease that takes place within the body, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is, all of them, heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, all these things are due to molecular changes in the gene, in the DNA structure, which starts replicating inappropriate proteins, which lead to hormone release or cellular misfunction or cellular damage and reproduction of mutated form of cell that then affects some function or system of the body. So all diseases are initiated in this manner. The generation of the DNA produces all proteins in the body. So this genetic disturbance in one of the proteins in the template, and then the synthesis of new proteins, which affects some system. It could be just one protein on a strand of thousands of molecules or whatever. I don't know the math, but the general principle is that. So look at that. Your body generates, because of the state of body, of imbalance in the body, we generate all the things that kill us. Something goes wrong in the information system of the body. That is disease. The chemical structure, the molecular structure of the DNA, which generates transcription factors which initiate and stimulate protein synthesis, and protein has to do with any system and function in your body is protein based, as well as structural. So proteins are structure and function. So the whole point of this is that we create our own, consciously or unconsciously, not consciously, or both, but we create our own diseases within ourselves. The body does. So that's me, right? It's my body, so I'm creating it somehow in my body. So what we know is that the central nervous system, the brain and the spinal cord, control every function of the body. It's the command center. So that also stands to reason, by extension, that our state of mind influences our brain function, which influences our body. This is the whole function and purpose of meditation. Not to feel stress. It's not so you could be calm, feel calm, or go in some trance, or be relaxed. So from the top down, we can say, by logical reasoning, the mind can control the state of the brain, what's happening in the brain. Through conscious effort, we can control the functions of the brain, which then control the functions of the body. And it's much more complicated than that. I don't have time for it. But keep that in mind. And as we're in our 50s now, if you're not, I'm sorry to say, I have to be honest, I'm out here to please you and make you feel good. If you're not finding ways to keep your body at its optimal level, whatever it is, If we know that the brain controls the body, and I can somehow, to a certain extent, control my brain, why aren't I doing it? Everyone wants to be happy. No one wants to be suffer. No one wants to suffer. If you can find ways to avoid suffering and disease, early death, and multiple diseases now in your 50s, and change your destiny, change your biological destiny, why not do it? So get active, start to research, look into the areas that I've been talking about over and over again. The mind controls the body. The mind controls the body. By an act of will, effort, I can control what happens in my body. I can visualize what's happening in my body. When I know about how things work, I can visualize and actualize what happens in my body. I can know what's going on. Intuitively, I know what's going on in my body. I know my state of health. Through concentrated awareness.